YouTube, what's happening? It is Monday, August 19th. It's the start of a brand new week, which means brand new series of games to talk about because the last series was a little rough. There was some down days, but yesterday you can see we were up 9 and 6, 1.73 units in the bankroll, back to 57.54. We're hovering around 60 for the past few weeks now. So, hey, I'm glad we're hovering. We could be way down. I mean, I like to be up, but hey, we'll take what we can. So, on top of that, there's only 10 games today, so it's going to be a quick-ish video, not your usual super long one. There's some games, that 3 of which haven't even listed a picture yet, so those are going to be quick too. So either way, like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump into that first game right now. All right, first off, we got Arizona and Miami. Arizona's a pretty heavy favorite. We don't know who's pitching for Miami, so that makes this a little harder to do. 8 is your total. Weather, we don't have to worry about because we're in a dome. You can see, dome, no worries there, no issues. Arizona 3-game losing streak, 51% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 4 runs, 216 for Arizona. That's 12th and 21st. Miami, not as good. 2 and 194. That's 26th and 25th. Averages are about the same. They're 20 points different. Runs, 2 different. So a slight advantage for Arizona, but very slight. We just saw the one pitcher. It's Brandon PFAT, as I like to call him. You can see what he's done. He's been pretty good. Can't complain. I mean, he had a rough game against Pittsburgh, but most other games have been pretty serviceable. Pretty good overall. I have no props in this game for some reason. There's no props at any of the books right now. I know Miami's not have a pitcher list that makes a difference, but not having any for Arizona, that's a little weird. But I do have hitter props, which is fun. So I have these. I don't know. Let me refresh just to make sure nothing changed. Yeah, see, yeah, plenty of bats, but I don't know any history, don't know any data, so that makes it a lot harder. I can't take really any Arizona bats because I don't know who's pitching, and I need to see more information. So for me personally, I mean, it's Monday. You know, you don't have to rush things. Lots of games every day. So if you don't find something you like, just pass. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass on this one and move to the next one. All right, game 2, Cincinnati and Toronto. This game, Cincinnati has not listed who's pitching. So another game. We'll show you what it can, but probably going to be a pass. Toronto's minus 165. 8 is your total. We are in Toronto, so that means it's a dome. No worries there. Over here, we can see 49% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Since he's on a 3-game losing streak, they did not do well against Kansas City. 1 run, a $189 for Cincy. He has 30th, which is dead last, and 27th in runs, and 28th in strikeouts for 10.7. Just a miserable series with KC. Toronto 2.7, 227, not great, but better than Cincy, 23rd and 19th, and striking out 23rd. So everything's slightly advantage for Toronto. So we just don't know who's pitching for Cincinnati, which makes a big difference because the only pitcher we know is Gossman's going out there for Toronto. That's all we know. And his last game was great against the Angels, pretty good against Baltimore, a little rocky against New York. You can see what he's done. Nothing too bad, but nothing. I mean, his 6 hits, 7 innings against Angels was his best one on screen. So, yeah, you can see. Let's pop over to the props because we actually have his props at least. We don't have the other one because we don't know who's pitching. So let's take a look. We can see the history and all that stuff. Let's see what we got going on. Anything standard. Candelario's got a home run and 5 RBIs. Francis 333 and 12 at bats. Got 0 for 4. Nothing's really standing out. Cincy versus righties. Got a lot of mid-2s, some 100s. Ellie's 281. No one else is really. Fraley's 272. No one else is really standing out. That's not too good. That's not going to help. So hits for him 5.5. Since his offense is not good, I don't see him going over. And I don't want to bet it under. I just don't like betting under props. Just sometimes. Strikeouts very up and down. Earned runs. How much? 28th was the strikeouts. Let's pop back here for a second. Let's look at these. We got anything here? 2024, he's gone over 5.5 to 46% of the time, which is 11 out of 24 games. Ugh, that ain't that good. Yeah, we're gonna pass on that one right here. Sorry. Not liking the earn runs. Now walks. Hold up, 1.5 on the walks. Look at the whole season. He's been struggling with walks as of late, and I don't see him just all of a sudden getting better against Cincy. Now the only problem is Cincy strikes out a lot. So are they going to be disciplined enough to not walk? That's the only concern because when you're striking out that much, you're swinging on a lot of things and missing. So I think I got to leave it alone because I just don't trust Cincy not to strike out because, yeah, I'm going to pass on that one too. And his outs, was consistent, but now he's getting up and down. So let's look at the bats. We have one thing. Stevenson over 1.5 HRR, 70%. Everything else is almost, we got 30s on the screen almost. Look how terrible. Ooh, just not good. Oh, I just realized it is literally nothing but Cincy people too. That makes a lot of sense. That helps out. Can't really put Toronto bats props if you don't know who's pitching for Cincy. That makes a lot of sense. So until then, we can't do nothing. So for me personally, again, another pass next game. All right, next up we got Baltimore, New York, a game where we actually have two pitchers. Wow. You can see New York slightly favored, 8.5 is a total. Pop over to the weather. It's supposed to be rough beforehand, but during the game, it's supposed to get better. So we'll see. 8 blowing out, not really a big deal. Looking at the 62% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5 runs, 250 average. That's 5th and 10th for the Baltimore in the last 3. Mets, 4.3, 268. That's 9th and 8th. Both offenses top 10. Pretty good. If we have pretty iffy pitchers, an over of 8.5 will definitely be in play. Let's look at Trevor. Trevor has not been too great. 2 of his 3 games have been kind of rough, and it was Washington and Cleveland. Not the 2 hottest offenses at all, but so he's been teed up on a little bit. Now he's facing the Mets, who we just saw have a top 10 offense recently. They're clicking, so I don't know. Peterson, let's see how you've been up to. You pitched a gem against Oakland, but it was Oakland. Like, come on. And before that, it was Colorado. Can't man. Angels, can't man. So this is going to be your first test against some bats. So for me, I'm already liking the over. I just already am. Let's look at the props, see if anything stands out, though, just to be safe. And we see some crazy history or anything like that. So we're going to start with Peterson. A whole lot of red. It's like a bunch of ones. There's a 1 for 5, but there's a 2 for 4. Nothing really stands out. Just he had a good game. That's all I'm saying. Against lefties, Baltimore, Mountcastle's there. Adley loves lefties. 360. Ooh, okay. Good to know. And let's look at the stats. Strikeouts. I'm still leaning over. Unless something just catches my eye and I'm like, ooh, that is what I want. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Very up and down and very up and down. Yeah, no. Let's pop over here to Trevor. Trevor, what's up, buddy? What you got for us? Oh, Martinez, 429 and 7 at bats. Polar Bears, trash. 20 at bats. He's a $150. Whew. Lindor, 222, but then we got 333, 333, 250, 300. 2 home runs for Pete, though. I mean, I can say that, but no one else is a home run. So some are doing great. Some are, yeah, okay. Lefties, let's see how they do. 407 for Iglesias. 349, 300. Yeah, I'm still taking this over. I'm pretty certain of that, unless some prop just really stands out. 5.5. I could do that. Strikeouts have gone down. They were higher. It's not looking good. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for him. I don't like it. Look at the bats. Let's look at the bats. Lindor, 90%. What was Lindor at? Let's catch back up to Lindor real quick. Lindor. There you are. 222 against Rogers. You're like one of the worst ones. That ain't good. So I don't want to take your prop. Iglesias. What's Iglesias at? Oh, he was the one that was. No, he's 333. But against lefties, he's 407. That might be a play. But it's 2 bases. Ooh, it's plus 140. Ooh. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. And there he is, HR at 130. You know, for this one, I think I'm just going to keep it simple. I think all I'm going to do is take that over 8.5. Just easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Let's just get 9 runs. How hard can that be? You got 2 good bats. You got 2 iffy pitchers. That's all you got to do. It's a nice mix for over. So we'll take that. I'm not taking a side. I'm not taking a Nerfy, obviously. I'm not taking props. Over 8.5, next game. All right, game 4. Another game where we don't know who's pitching. We have Pittsburgh's, but we do not have Texas pitcher. So for this one, Texas is somehow favored without a pitcher. Love that. 8.5 is a total. Weather, they're in a dome. It's Texas. Don't have to worry about it there. So let's look at this. 59% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Pittsburgh offense, 5 runs, 229. That's 5th and 18th in the last 3. And Texas, 3.7, 262. That's 16th and 9th. So they kind of cancel out because Texas has the average, but Pittsburgh has the runs. It's kind of weird. And neither team is striking out all that much in the last few games. So they're doing better on strikeouts. Now for pitching, all we have is Mr. Ortiz. That's all we know. So we have him against Texas. We can see he's been, he's getting better. Last 3 starts, he's slowly getting better. So, and 2 straight against San Diego, 2 straight against Arizona. Now he's facing Texas, which I mean, ninth in average, 16th in runs, middle of the road. We do have a couple props for him we actually can look at, surprisingly, but we'll look at the history first. Boop, boop, there we go. History, we don't have much. No one's hit a home run. No more than 4 bats, 1 for 4, bunch of zeros. Nothing stands out. Against righties, Texas is the best one. Jung's 294, 284 for Sager. And that's about it. They're way, yeah, that's about it. Nothing too impressive. Strikeouts is 4.5. That seems high for him. That seems high. I can't do that. Hits 5.5. Going against the offense like this, I don't. The whole season, he's gone over once, and that was That was Arizona. Head to head, he gave it 5 last year, so that doesn't help me any. Nothing on the earned runs, not like any of that. And the walks. He's 2 up net on walks. Let's go to the bats. We don't have the second pitcher. All we have Tavares Garcia. 1.5 HR for him and bases for him, 70%. I mean, good. What's your history against? Do you even have history against him? Let's look. Garcia's history is he is over 3. That ain't going to help none. And what is Tavares? Tavares is not even on here. There he is. 2 for 3. It's not enough data. I need more information. So everything seems equal on this. Ortiz is a decent pitcher. We don't know who's going against, so I can't take a side. I'm not taking it over. I'm not taking a prop. Again, it's a pass. Next game. All right, next up we got LA and KC. Kansas City's a pretty heavy favorite, 9 injured total. Weather, going to be a good day. Can't complain. Winds slightly blowing in, 6 miles an hour. Nothing to worry about there. KC, 4-game winning streak. Angels lost 2, 50% nerfy based on what they've done the whole season. I mean, 2.3 and 2 away for LA. Is 24th and 22nd in their last 3 games. Meanwhile, KC is 9.3 and 350. They're on fire. First in both categories, and LA is last in strikeouts. They're swinging and missing at everything. 14 strikeouts a game is crazy. KC 8 for 11. So looking at the pitchers today, we have Fulmer going out there for the Angels, and dude got rocked a little bit against Toronto last game. The Yankees got for 2, Colorado for 2. I mean, he's been pretty decent. He's a reliever though, so but he's one of those weird ones. Like he might go 5.2 innings. He might only go 2 innings. It's one of those we don't know. So it's really hard to take props on a guy like that. Lugo's going out there for KC, and we know what Lugo, he got roughed up last game. He's had 2 games ago against Detroit, 8-inning gem, but then maybe a below average game, terrible game, terrible game, terrible game. He's very up and down. Seth Elevator Lugo should be his name because he is nothing but up and down. That's all he does. Looking at some props to see if we can find anything good. I mean, I'm leaning KC, obviously, even with Lugo, because it's a bullpen game for the other team for LA. So let's look at some history. Can we even look at history for Fulmer? We can. What do we have? A lot of zeros, no home runs, literally nothing. Okay, not many at-bats. KC versus righties, and they rake against righties. They love them some righties. Lots of green. Even the reds are high. Only the 208 is the one to worry about, but everything else is high. That ain't good if you're an Angel fan today. That ain't good at all. Hits 5.5. I can't take any props because we don't know how long he's going to pitch. He might pitch 2 innings. He might pitch 5 innings. We have no clue. So I'll show him, though, if you feel brave enough to take him. Like, he could get 8 strikeouts. He could get 1. I mean, who knows? And it's KC. You think KC's striking out much? I know they're not striking out much. So come over here to Lugo now. Lugo, like I said, has been a rough little bit. No one really... Rendon is 4 from 7. That's not bad, but everybody else is kind of struggling against him. Angels struggle both sides of the plate. They're like the White Sox, the Rockies. They struggle. They're one of the bottom 5 teams, let's be honest. They're just not that good. Strikeouts, no, he is not. His strikeouts have fallen off hard the last month. And hits have gone up a couple times. I don't want to take none of his props. I'm just going to tell you right now, I just do not feel confident taking a Lugo prop right now. He is just not doing what he used to do this season. So for the bats, though, let's look. We got some 70s. Let's see. We got Bobby Witt, 2.5 HR. I mean, yeah, maybe. That seems like a... Did Bobby Witt pop up at all on here? Let's see. Witt has 1 at bats. That's it. And how's Witt versus righties? 353. Witt's just amazing. So I think I'm taking KC. Let's do what we did yesterday. I took KC over 4.5 team total. They got like 8. It was a great day. Let's see if we can do that again. KC runs 4.5 for 135, 5.5 for a buck 20 plus 125. I'm going to take that. I'm going to be a little riskier today. I'm going to take KC team total 5.5 just to get that plus juice. That's the only reason. I don't care about the win-loss record. I could care less. I care about the total units at the end of the day. So KC team total over 5.5, and that's plus one. Yeah, plus money. If you want to be safe, take the 4.5. Sure, you can take the safer option. I'm going to roll the dice a little bit and take the plus. So we'll do that. I will take KC in a mainline parlay too. Got to do it. Got to do it. Got to see it through. And I'm not going to take anything else. I don't want to take a prop on something I really don't know. So we'll take those two plays next game. All right, next up we got Boston and Houston. It's pretty much a pick 'em. 8 is your total. Let's look over at the weather. Nope, it's in a dome. Houston is a dome. That's right. No worries there. 51% NRP based on what they've done this year. 6.3, 299 for Boston. That's second and third in the last 3 games. The offense is clicking. Houston, 4 runs, 271. That's 12th and 7th. Doing pretty good, but not Boston good. So Boston gets a slight advantage right there. So they're both striking out 23rd at 10 a game. So yeah, pretty good. Today is Hawk-Kikuchi Day. It's Hawk versus Kikuchi. You can see what we got. He's been, I mean, last 2 games have been pretty good. And he has faced Texas, Houston, Texas. So he's just going to face people from the state of Texas. That's all he's going to do. And the last game against Houston, 6 innings, 4-1. 1 strikeout though, that was it. So yeah, okay. Kikuchi's last time he faced, he did not face Boston. He's just been facing Tampa and Texas. That's all he's done the last 4 games. He's getting somebody new finally with Boston. So he's been pretty good since he got to Houston, but we'll see how he is today against the offense that's on fire, because Tampa and Texas are not offenses are on fire. There's not. So we'll see how he does today. I think he does a little worse than usual. So pop over to some props. Let's see what we got. Open them up. Let's start with Mr. Tanner here. Let's see what he has. Boop, boop, boop. There. No home runs. Nothing on the averages stand out. Nothing there. Against righties, Houston, we got some 1s. We got a 304. It's up and down. It's about, yeah, nothing too impressive there. Hits, 5.5. Strikeouts, very up and down. Earned runs, very up. I need some consistency. See, that's consistent. Walks, I like that. Let's hold a season. Let's look. 54% for the whole season. 80 in the last 10. Head to head, he's gone 3 twice. The last 2, one was last year, one was August 9th. But still, that's what I want to see. Perfect. So let's take Hawk over 1.5 BBs. I know it's 157, but guess what? There's not many plays today. Prop is profit. We will take it. We will rock with it. So outs, very up and down recently. He was consistent, but now he's just, ugh. All right, let's pop over here to Kikuchi, see what he's got going on. Devers is only batting 200, but when he hits the ball, it's going far. So that cancels that out. That looked good. Now, see, you got O'Neill, 2 at-bats, 2 home runs. That's what we're talking about. That's a little different. So that might be something worth looking at. Let's pop over here. How are they doing? Ooh, there's a lot of green here. O'Neill. O'Neill's only on the bases. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot. Never mind. O'Neill, 1.5 HRRs plus 100. Yeah, no, I might want to do that just for funsies. Just for funsies. I think Kikuchi's going to have him a rough day, so I'm going to take that. You know what? Yeah. So ONEIL. If I can spell, over 1.5 HRR. Yep, that's how we're going to do it right there. I like that. I'm not taking Devers. That kind of worries me. But everybody else, yeah, against lefties, some do great. O'Neill's 311. So that's good too. I like that. We're doing good. I like the way this is setting up. Hits, 4.5 for him. Yeah, I almost want to take that too. I can't take every play. I need to let's back it up a little bit. I'm going to take off the Hawk walks. I'm only taking 2 plays. I want to take that O'Neill HRR, and I'm going to take Kikuchi hits. I just think he's going to give up hits today. Over 4.5 hits allowed. It's 4.5. It's 100. He's gone over well over the 3 times he's faced Boston, 977. So yeah, I'm taking over. We'll take the walks off. I don't want to do 3 plays for 1 game. So O'Neill HRR, Kikuchi 4.5 hits allowed. You have your choice plethora of bats to pick from, whoever you want. I'm going to go with O'Neill. Outside of that, I'm not taking a side. I'm not going to do that. It's close. So we'll just take those two plays and move on to the next game. All right, we got Tampa and Oakland. It's pretty much slight favorite Tampa, but kind of a pick 'em. 7.5. Looking at the weather, we see should be nice all day. Wind blowing out 6. Can't complain. Pretty good day. Bats 49% Nerfy based on what they've done. Tampa won 3. They won 3 straight against Arizona of all teams. Like what? What? Tampa's a game above 500. What are we doing? That's weird. 6.3, 298. Tampa second and fourth in the last 3 games. I don't get that series. How they played so well against Arizona, I don't know. Oakland 3.7, 250. That's 16th and 10th. Advantage goes to Tampa right now, obviously. And neither team striking out. They're about middle of the group, so nothing stands out. Oakland's sending out Joe Boyle. That's right, Joe Boyle. There you go. You can see what he's done. He's pitched 1 game since May, and it was the 13th. He had 7 hits and 4 runs. Not bad, not great. Taj Mahal Bradley's going out there. You can see he was great forever and then just fell off a cliff 3 straight games. Like, it's like he saved up all these runs to use them now. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm bamboozled. I'm perplexed. I'm taken aback. What other word you want to say? I don't know. Let's look at some props. We'll start with Taj. Because, man, Taj fell off hard. He fell off. No history here, really. Against righties, Oakland is... The highest is Rooker. No one else really stands out. Okay. Hits, 4.5. I'm scared to take anything with him. Anything. Side it, because I mean, 3 games in a row, you struggle like this? That says a lot. See, like you were so good, and all of a sudden, yeah, terrible. Walks, you're pretty consistent on walks, but yeah. Let's look at you've up and down. Ugh, that's terrible. That is nasty. All right, let's go to Boyle. See if Boyle has anything better for us to look at. Nothing there. Against righties, Tampa is just not that good against anyone, both sides of the play, except for right now against Arizona. So, that is disgusting. Ew. I know he's a reliever, technically, but I mean, he pitched 4 innings. So is that really a reliever, or is he just a long reliever? Is he a short starter? It's very confusing. Very confusing. Let's look at 2024, the whole season. This is what he's done. So, like, yeah, he might go 1 inning. He might go 6. Who knows? So that's what makes it hard. It's one of those you can't really predict a prop because you don't know how long he's actually going to pitch. Now, you could take an edge and be like, okay, well, I think that number's great if he pitches 2 innings, but I think he's going like 4 innings. So, boom, perfect value. That's great if you want to play that angle. I don't, because, damn, he walks a lot of people. I mean, wow. He only yeah. Yeah, no, I need to know. So we'll leave that alone. Bats. I'm not liking any of this. This is one of those games. This is nasty. I don't like it. Tampa should win this one. This feels just because of how they're batting and Taj is pitching, but Taj is terrible right now. So I don't know. I'm just going to pass. We're going to move on. Ugh. All right, next up we got Minnesota and San Diego. San Diego is a slight, maybe moderate favorite. 7.5 is the total. Let's look over at the weather. It is in San Diego, so it's going to be nice because San Diego is always nice. You can see a 55% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 4.7, 200 for Minnesota. That's 8th in runs, 23rd in average though. San Diego 4.3, 292, top 10 in both. So you got to give San Diego the advantage. Pitching. Who the hell is Zebby Matthews? That's who Minnesota's sending out today. Who is this? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he pitched on the 13th, but still, who? Yeah, so 5 innings, 2 earned. Yeah, 5 Ks, not bad, pretty decent. And that was against KC of all teams, who, yeah, pretty good numbers. King's going out there. We know what King can do. We know King's awesome. Yeah, pretty much every game's been great. He had 10 Ks in this last game. Last 2 games against Pitt was pretty good. 17 total strikeouts. Yeah, can't complain. Let's go to props, see what we got. Let's start with King. I said King. Let's do King first. Boom. A lot of red, not much green, no home runs to look at. Against righties, Minnesota's better against lefties. I mean, some of these are still good, but there's like 100. Ugh, terrible. 201. Ugh. Yeah, so they're better against lefties. Outs. That's too close to the burnt. That's a no. Strikeouts. I didn't look at strikeouts. Minnesota's middle of the road. San Diego's second. Okay. Good to know. That will not be 6.5 is good, but head to head, 2024. Yeah, you start striking out more, but that just feels that's too close. That was Baltimore, that was Pitt, that was Seattle, who strikes out a ton, Milwaukee, and Oakland. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Hits. Ooh, gave up some hits recently, earned runs, walks. I'm not feeling them. So let's head over to the. Oh yeah, we're gonna do Zebby next. Can't forget Zebby. What a name! What a name! Zebby obviously has some history. San Diego rakes against righties. They like facing righties. Even that 300's red, 228, 268, 276. Everyone's good against righties. Some are just actually better against lefties. So yeah, hits 4.5. I mean, I could do that. Strikeouts 5, 3.5. It's one game. I'm not taking a problem. Somebody's only pitched one game this year. For bats, you don't. Castro, Santana against King. I don't know. Peralta. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not going to take any of that props. I'm just not. I am going to take San Diego in the money line parlay. I'm going to do that part. And I also kind of want to look at this stuff over here. Let's go team props. San Diego runs. 3.5 is 130. That's it. 3.5. What are they averaging right now? 4.3 with 292 average. Yeah, I think I'm going that. Yeah, we're gonna go San Diego team total over 3.5. Not going the full 4.5. We're gonna be a little safer on this one since we took the risk earlier with KC. We'll kind of balance out that risk. So we'll take the San Diego team total 3.5. We'll also take San Diego in the money line parlay, and we'll move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Chicago and the Giants. Giants are minus 225 at home, 7.5 the total. Weather blowing out 8 miles an hour, should be nice. San Francisco looking good today. We see 57% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 2.0 into 200. There's lots of 2.0s on both runs and average for Chicago. That's 26th and 23rd. San Fran 3.3, 232. That's 19th and 16th. So slight advantage for San Francisco. Strikeouts. San Fran is striking out a ton. 11.3 is second to last in the majors. Chicago only 20th. Let's look over at some pitchers. We've got Mr. Cannon going out there today. We can see what he has done. He's been good. I mean, compared to Crochet, he's been better than Crochet recently. So, I mean, yeah, yeah. So, still, hey, he's even responsible for helped out get one of those wins they have. Not many of them, but there's a few. Harrison's going out there for San Fran. He's been, I mean, July was his month. He was these 3 games, and then it's been a little bit, yeah, so still pretty good. Can't complain. Let's go up here. Let's look at props. Anything stand out? Harrison, boop. 0 for 3 for Senzel, nothing there. Chicago lefties. I mean, Vaughn's not bad. Vaughn did nothing yesterday, though. It was terrible for Vaughn. Outside of that, nothing stands out. Let's see. Hits. He's gotten better. More consistent. I mean, not better, more consistent. Strikeouts has been fairly consistent, but not good enough. Earned runs, walks, outs. I need some consistency. Now, there's just none of it there. Let's look over here at Cannon. Let's look at his stats. Cannon, 0 for 1 for Counter. And San Fran likes lefties. These are all righties, and some of these are just terrible numbers because they prefer lefties. So, yeah. Pitching outs is 15.5. I mean, yeah, he should go 6, but will he? I don't know. Strikeouts up and down, hits, earned runs, walks. I mean, he's given it more walks recently, but I'm not going to play that now. Let's look at bats. We got Benintendi, bases. Vaughn again for HRR, but I took him yesterday. It did not work out well. Sheets this time is there, and Fitzgerald. I'm not feeling any of those. I mean, this ain't a good game, to be honest. This isn't good. San Fran might struggle. What's the under? 7. See, I even looked at it under in this one. That's how bad this one is. So, yeah, I'm not liking any of this. I'm just going to pass on it and go to that last game. All right, last game, Seattle and the Dodgers. Dodgers are minus 135. 8 is your total. Weather is looking nice. Pretty good night. 8 miles an hour, can't complain there. Let's see, 35% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5 runs, 248. That's 5th and 12th for Seattle, including first yesterday. And runs is second in average. Wow, they stepped it up. Dodgers 3.7, 240 at 16th and 13th. So right now, based on 3 games, you should go. We lean Seattle. Strikeouts, Seattle's always going to strike out. This is what they do. So pitching though, today we have Woo versus Stone. I think it's probably the matchup of the day in pitching. It's a pretty good matchup because Woo we know is good. These are good numbers. I mean, his worst game is right there: 9 hits, 4 earned. That was his worst game. And then you got Stone going out there. Stone for LA has been outside this 8-5 against Oakland. I mean, he kind of shut down Milwaukee. That's impressive. Yeah, so there's a couple 4s out there. I mean, you lean Woo. So you lean Woo in both stats so far. Let's look at props, see if anything stands out. Starting with Woo. See what he have first. Ohtani has a home run and 3 at-bats against him. 2.4 OPS with a 6.6. He's 2 for 3. So interesting. Okay, but Ohtani, I think, just went yard. Yeah, he went yard yesterday. How often does he go yard back-to-back days? That's the stats. Rojas is up to 300 now against righties. Betts is 296. Okay. Let's see. Outs 15.5. Strikeouts. He's striking out more, but LA doesn't strike out too often. Yeah, they're 8.7 for 14th. I don't want to take a strikeout prop against them. He never faced them, so no head-to-head. Hits is 5.5, so they're expecting some more hits, but not as much as he usually does. Huh. And very up and down on runs, and he doesn't walk anyone ever, does he really? What's under? Minus 145. That might be a play, but I don't. Under walks? I don't know. What's he done all season? He's given up 2 walks in a game once. Okay, let's try that theory out. Let's go Woo under 1.5 walks. Now watch him walk 2 people in the first inning. Just watch. So we're going to take it. We're going to test it and see what happens. This is a test. Stone. Let's look at Stone now. Stone's history. Turner's got him a home run. 2 for 4. Outside of that, a lot of nothing. Seattle, a lot of 200s, some 100s. Nothing impressive. Nothing stands out. You got to lean LA just in the season averages. Hits 5.5. He pitched great against Milwaukee last time. Seattle does strike out a ton, but he doesn't strike out more than 6 or 7 ever. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Earn runs, walks, and outs. Yeah. He did. Okay. What we got on the bats? We have Rojas 100% over half a base. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have fun with this. We're going to take that Woo walks, and we're going to go Rojas over bases in a parlay. Just both them together. Rojas over 0.5 bases. Why not, right? Let's have a little bit of fun with it. So we'll put them 2 together. That's going to give us just above plus money, like probably like 1 plus 120 or something. Because this is minus 200. And Woo was, what, 150, 160? So that'll get us, what, plus 120, 130? I'll take that. That's fine for 1 unit. We'll parlay them 2 together. I'm not taking a side because I mean, we saw the numbers. Dodgers are better against them, but Woo's good in Seattle. I don't know. We'll just take that. We're not going to take a side or a total. We're just going to take that Woo Rojas parlay and call it a day. All right, Monday's done. 10 games broken down, 3 of which didn't have pitchers, so it kind of was like I broke down what I could. A couple of them were just disgusting, so it passed on them. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays and a parlay. Moneyline parlay is KC and San Diego. That's all I got now. So home runs, only thing that stood out, maybe Ohtani, but I think he went yard yesterday. But does he go yard again today? And is Woo? He has a home run off of Woo, but I don't know. O'Neal was also, I think he's got 2 at-bats, 2 home runs. That was why I took his HR. But outside of that, there's not much today. It's Monday. We have started a new series. It's travel day. We just had a long weekend. We don't have to have too many plays. So outside of that, drop a like, subscribe, check out Outliers where I get all my props and my information from. You can see all that linked in the description. You get a free week. It's worth it. It's awesome. So outside of that, nothing else. Hopefully we end up green, start the week off strong, and we'll see you tomorrow.